everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, and today we're going to be making a card using the Happy Hauntings Cricut cartridge. And I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite Halloween cartridges so far. There's lots of great stuff in here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be using this on a mini album that I'm going to be working on real soon, so really cool cartridge. I'm going to be making a card using the switch, which is on page 34, and I cut it out in the regular feature, the shift feature, the layer 1, just the face, and then the shift, just the hands. And then I also cut out the bottom part for the broom. I cut everything out at 3.5 inches, so let's go ahead and get started putting our card together. I'm doing something a little different with my card today. This is 4.25 by 11, and I'm going to score it at the 5.5 inch. Let me just get my score pal out here. So I'm going to score it at the 5.5 inch, and instead of having my card go so it opens in this direction, I'm going to actually have it open in this direction. Normally I always go this way, but I thought today we'd do something different and go in the other direction. So let me just get my score pal out of the way. Okay, so I thought let's put together our witch first. And let me just grab a piece of scrap paper so I don't get adhesive on my mat here. And these are all of the pieces. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this together. I'm going to start off by putting my witch. I have the purple layer because it has the cape. And I actually went right with the colors that were in the manual because it actually will match my papers I'm going to be using today. So let's go ahead and put this together. I'm just going to start off by using just some mono adhesive on this, and then I'll get the smaller parts using my Zig 2-way glue pen. Okay, and I'll just go ahead and layer this on. So there we go. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the broom on, and I thought maybe what we could do is use some distress ink to give a little color to this. So, because I cut it out in a craft, and I'm just going to use my walnut stain distress ink, and let me just grab my inker here. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of distress the edges. I'm not going to really fill it in too much, just kind of go right along those edges. And then I'll go ahead and adhere that down. And that'll go right on here. And then the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add her face and her hands. So that'll be your hands. Okay, so I went ahead and added her hands. I'm just going to go ahead and put her face on. And this does cut out another layer to the face, but it was so tiny, the holes that cut out, because it's supposed to be like her warts. They were so tiny, so I didn't go with them. And it just didn't work. So I'm going to use my Sakura gel pen to draw in her eye. There we go. And then I'm also going to just go ahead and do some highlighting with my pen. Okay, so there's our witch, and I added some just some white stitching marks and doodles. So I'm just going to go ahead now and we're going to start assembling our card. Our first layer is going to be 4 4 by 5 1/4, which is 1/4 inch smaller on all sides. And we're just going to go ahead and adhere this down to the front of our card. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I pulled out my Threading Waters Fiskars punch, and I'm going to go ahead and punch a border, and this piece measures 3 by 5 1/4. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out my Fiskars, using my Fiskars punch, and I'm going to go ahead and add this layer of polka dot paper, and this measures 5 1/4 by 2. So I'm just going to adhere that down. And then I'm going to trim my green piece, my border piece here. So let me just get out my paper trimmer. And I'm not really going to measure, I just know I want a little bit taken off. So there we go. Okay, so this is going to go right across the front of my card. So I'm going to adhere that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some dimensions to the back of this, and I'm just going to use some foam tape. Grab my scissors. And then I'm just going to layer this right on the front of the card. So there we go. That's our card for today. Thanks for watching another episode of Creations with Christina. See you next time. Bye.